Hello, Rebel GMAN 3C. This is week 6, and I'm your host, as usual, Rob Top, and I'm here with Matt. Hello, Matt.
Hello!
Okay, we're getting to crunch time, mate. We're getting to the time where some people have had enough of their teams, as we know, and we've also got some good activity at the top. It's getting good. It's getting really, really good, actually. And as a little thing we're going to do next week, we're going to show how the teams have changed from the pre-cap up to week 7. So as if we got time, it looks like we're going to have time. So we're looking forward to just doing a little special for you halfway through the season.
Well, yeah, I mean, our friends down in Division 5 are having their first season with a split in it. They're splitting at week 7, so they've all got the opportunity to either move onwards with their dreams of championship and Super Bowl glory, whilst other people who are maybe not doing so well are choosing to re-roll. We're going to take the opportunity to do a similar, take stock and sit back and relax and just see where we're at. And in terms of general where we're at, going in terms of the average TVs, I forgot to check if you would put any things up. Sorry, Hugh. It's been a bit of a weird week. But if you have done those, thank you very much. But in terms of the average TV, we've gone down from 17.15 down to 17.10 for the average TV across.
Only a little bit.
Only a little bit. You thought there was going to be a bit more, but
yeah, it's been in my games. There's been a good few deaths, like as in experienced player deaths as well that we come to. So yeah, I thought it was going to drop quite a bit.
Well, on that note, shall we get straight into it?
Before we do that, when we do the predictions, we're talking about a forfeit at the end of the season. So I've come up with the idea that the loser should do a shot of tequila at the end of every recap clip that we do. So it'd be 7 shots of tequila throughout the recap. And what's your idea, Matt?
It will be eating a ghost chili live on air. Or pre-recorded on air as we pre-record, but yeah.
What happens if we can't get a ghost chili? Just like
we'll do something. We'll do something of that nature. If you have any other suggestions, whack them in the Discord, and we'll have some kind of vote up for which one of these is going to be moving forward. But we forgot to do any planning, so we just came up with those right before we started recording. But
they're both quite good. I wouldn't mind doing either of them.
I would mind doing the ghost chili. I would not like to win that one, or not to lose that one. But
all right, so let's do it.
All right, so the first match we're going to be discussing is Shock and Gore versus the Dazzle Rockstars. This is one that you watched this week.
Of course, and we got Rob Top, the troll that's absolutely outstanding as every week. He's definitely named that player the right name. If we just go straight on to the clips, man, and I'll talk you all through it, what happens. So the Orcs kick off, and it's a good kick, and Rob Top straight away, turn 2, boom. But the mummy turns around and says, anything you can do, I can do just as well.
But slightly slower.
But onto a Black Orc rather than a zombie. Both badly hurt, nothing too drastic.
But nice evening out of players.
Yeah, the Undead actually, they've been a bit too cautious in their game, and they've actually moved forward well and got up the pitch. Unfortunately, they paid the price for it. The move before there, I thought he was going to hand it off to the other goal, and he's ended up getting sacked. Unfortunate there. But the reroll absolutely works a treat.
Onto the ball, freeing that up, have a little bit of an extra bounce potential.
Back onto him and catches it. He does get sacked, and this is towards the end of the half, and he's going to go for it. Just 2 more.
No
rerolls.
Gruff.
I think that's happened.
No,
I think that's happened to him a few times.
Bad, mate.
And then it starts turning into a little bit of a beating. So no regen on the ghoul, as we know. No. A badly hurt one. He's quite a new ghoul.
Yeah, well, lost a powerful one last week, didn't he?
Yeah. And then Rob Top whacks the mummy down. What do you do when the mummy's on the floor?
Well,
I think we all know.
Don't you? Yeah.
Close your eyes, Gruff.
Yeah.
And regen doesn't work.
Of course it doesn't. Oh, his regen's really not working for that game either. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, so 0-0 at half time. pitch invasion. Who goes on the floor? The other mummy, of course. Yeah, and you can see that they're severely outnumbered. So you've got a troll and 4 Black Hawks on the pitch against 1 mummy and a load of strength three players. And it was just, you see Gruff just hiding all his players over in the corner. We know you've had enough of this season, Gruff, but stick in there. And as we've been talking about on Discord, just follow it through and get to the end of the season. And yeah, look forward to next season, man. The Hawks do well by passing it to an unskilled Black Hawk there and getting him to the touchdown. So nice easy second half just because of the mummy going out. Couple of level ups, I think. Rod Top leveled up.
And Vili Nietzsche. Okay, let's take a quick look at that. What's Bob got? Oh, he's got the strong arm. Going for that extra throw help. And dirty player on your line.
Yay, dirty player.
It's going to take him a little while to get a chance to use it, though, I think. But, well, 1 round. But, okay, interesting. Next up, it was Bloodhorse versus the Clawtamore Rams, which was a match I had a chance to see. And, yeah, let me just bring this back up. Cool. So, we had Bloodhorse at 1910 TV versus the Clawtamore Rams at 1630. Rams took a Wizard and an Apothecary, and Bloodhorse got the fame and went for the kick. The Rams started cautiously. They were feeling out the halfway line before making a flank push midway through the half, as you can see. From a nice cage, they run the ball home in turn 7. After a little bit of stalling, like you're pretty much standard stalling play. It's effective for a reason. And as you can see here, boom. Just doing a little bit of damage on the way as well, and then running it home.
Yeah. Got to get that claw hit in before you score a touchdown. Yeah.
The Rams here get a blitz after using that kick-off return and start making some moves to harry the ball carrier. Pushing.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to get caught out here.
Yeah, there was... Well, Chaos Beastmen, they're not hugely great in terms of movement, but certainly that's not the positioning you'd want. The Rams bolt then the ball carrier and do manage to recover the ball. In a almost unchaos-like manner. We see a fail of the wild animal, and this elf-like beastman just dodging through, and then back again just to safety. That's good. Rams here trying to do a little bit of positioning and bash, as you might expect them to do in this kind of match. After juking around to the side, but unfortunately after a little bit of an attempt to reposition, have an unfortunate turnover and an injury.
What is it? Broken ribs. Oh,
yeah.
Was that just missing next game? Is it?
Yeah. Rams killing a hobgoblin whilst going into defensive stance, and as we can see, another.
That's the Edge 4 guy.
Yeah. Got a lot of good use out of that Edge 4. A passing play here, though. Reroll being used and you drop it. It's unfortunate as the Chorfs are then able to recover the ball, but after some back and forth, no one's really able to capitalise, and we end up still on 0-1. So, getting the Rams getting that standard Chaos slow driving score, and then just muddying everything up in the middle of the pitch to keep the scoreline that way. In terms of injuries, we've had a death of a rookie hobgoblin to Bloodhorse. You never want to see any deaths, but if it's going to happen to someone on that team, your rookie hobbo is probably where you want.
Sorry, what was that? You never want to see any deaths
of your own team. You never want to see any deaths on your own team. You want to see.
No, I get you.
You don't want to see deaths. You want to see kills. There's a critical difference, but. And yeah, as we were seeing here, Beastman with an armor break, fractured skull, and a missing next game there. Rookie Beastman, I imagine we'll be seeing some replacements there. No level ups, but let's take a quick look at the Baltimore Rams to see if HUD has, has taken care of that.
Yeah, gone.
Yeah. There's no point trying to obfuscate what's bound to happen there. And yeah.
Sorry, go back to the Baltimore Rams there. Sorry, mate.
Okay, sure.
Because he's got a strength 4 Beastman.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I'll just be interested in how people think of leveling that Beastman up, because I've got a strength 4 Beastman in one of my teams, and I'm not sure whether to make him a surfer or just a proper kill player. But like, when you're trying to make kill players, strength up and stuff like that, they are one skill short then, aren't they? And it takes that much longer to get the piling on and claw and everything else. So just people's thoughts of what you do with a strength 4 beastman would be interesting.
Yeah, it is interesting. I know that he's gone for the mighty blow into claw for the it's the build that I do not have the confidence to pull off. Not I always have to go block first. I have too many turnovers otherwise. So it's almost like he was thinking of Scarlagor not being a dedicated killer to start off with. I think mighty blow is possibly, or claw, depending on what the next opponent is, probably the way I'd go. But as you say, we invite opinion in the Discord and the comments. Next up, we have Granny's Chosen versus the Flylord Servants, which I believe is a match that you saw. Is that right?
Yeah, good game. Really enjoyed it. Granny's Chosen took a wizard bribe and some babes, and straight away, just what you don't want is just perfect defense. So everything got shuffled round, and it started getting really hard. For that was that a zombie? I just looked down at my notes and missed it.
Yeah, it was. I don't think it was a key player there.
So nice play here, but I wasn't sure why he didn't take the block and take the zombie down. It looked like he tried pushing the guy off the ball and pushed somebody else onto the ball. There's a horrible moment coming up. It's not where he scores, so it's going to be after score. So yeah, he put a nice drive down the side basically, and it was a comfortable score. And then I love this break tackle move coming up here, just straight through.
Yeah, it's a 2+ as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, 3+. It's 2 tackles.
No, a 2+, wasn't it? It's just one tackle. Two tackles on 3+. Yeah, you're right. And then here, that's a good player on the floor.
Oh, Omar Cecil. No, the couch. Oh, you've gone from the couch to the grave.
Oh, honestly, just like so bad. He was he's trying another break tackle move there. Rolled a 1 and another one.
Oh, snakes.
Yeah. So that cost him the game, I think, that moment there. Cost him the win, I should say.
Minus strength.
So, yeah, it was look at that
bad week for Regen this week. My word.
Yeah. And it was just rough. They were proper taking each other out all the time. And Regen works finally after about 6 attempts. So yeah, we get the equaliser, and it's all the play. With about 3 turns to go, Wizard fails, and he's at the back here, and he's got to try to get that ball away. Uh-oh. Be careful. Close your eyes. This isn't good. Tolar. He's the absolute blinding player who dies. This will just turn 16, just a little whack, just to.
Blitzing with the beast is a bit of a desperation play there, isn't it?
Yeah. He regens, it's all fine, but yeah, Tolar's dead. That's big news, and also Granny's Chosen lost. They're piling on, tackle, mighty blow. Just, it was rough.
Plus boot, game. Plus movement, Blitzra.
What a player to lose.
Like, Agi busted Skeleton. Strength busted Skeleton. I mean, these are rookies, but it's not when they happen all at the same time. Actually, this wasn't a rookie.
Number 9.
Yeah,
he lost a good skeleton there.
And Tolar plus movement plus agility, 2 heads. The rotters. Oh no, the MVP goes to the dead rotter.
Always happens.
That's just the icing on top of a crap sandwich there, isn't it? But yeah, and a 1-1. So they have got some points at least. And in terms of the level ups, we'll take a quick look to see what Gronomira's taken there.
But that's a good result for Granny's Chosen, getting a draw against Fly Lords. That really is a good result.
And block, interesting ordering here. Sure hands, then... I suppose you got the double there, haven't you? So that makes sense.
Throw roll, isn't it? So he starts with sure hands.
Oh, okay. Oh, so dodge. Oh, so you've got the double, and then you've got the... it's my lack of Khemri knowledge for shining through there. So you've got a blodge throw roll, which is a decent piece, but you're really hurting from some of the ones that you've lost there. That is very unfortunate.
I've got a feeling throw rolls have agility access. I'm not sure. I know they've probably got passing, but I'm not sure if they got agility access. I'm not sure if that's a double or not.
Okay. Well, I will make a quick note to add something in post relating to that.
All right.
Cool. So, in terms...
So, yeah, rough game for both teams.
Yeah, rough game for both teams. Now, next up is a match that I had an opportunity to watch, and that match was between Dota and the Nordic Nooblets. Now, I'm just looking at my notes because I made these during the week, and there's a lot here, so I must have been very, very, very keen. So let's crack on.
I remember predicting R6 was going to die in this game, but I don't think he has by the looks of it, so I got that well wrong.
We'll take a look. So yeah, with Dota at 1620 versus Nordic Nooblets at 1960. Dota took a wizard and 2 mercenaries, one with guard and one who had guard and wrestle. Nooblets having +1 fame. Now the Nooblets kick off as a flank push, and yeah, they're letting people know no theme names. Means death. As the mercenary gets killed immediately. Dota then free the ball with the man, the myth, the legend, Arsik Thong, doing, and my notes say here, Arsik Thong things. Just nipping in, nipping out. Like, this is some good discipline as well, not leaving him there. The Nooblets recover, and then they do manage to score after a stall. Just a stun there, just needing them down and just pushing through. To go 1-0 up. Now, after a short kick and a handy blitz kickoff event.
Nice. Turn 7 as well. Okay.
As another Yeti blitz comes in. Bam. Taking out Radthon King and just setting up shop right next to the ball. But after a very handy bounce, and some play here. What do you do when there's trouble on this Bretonian team? Arsik Thong is here, picking it up, and just, as you can see, that was such a great position as well that the Nooblets were in, and it's just, Thong just gets there and through. Blitz follow-up here, frenzied through,
push.
It does get the POW.
Oh, gets him.
And after a bit of a bash here, they are able to recover though and move forward and take the score there on the flank.
Turn 11.
Bolt takes out the ball there, and once again Arsik Thong doing Arsik Thong things.
Jesus.
Moving through on turn 15. Just once again this Yeti blitz that's been doing so much damage so far in this game gets a push.
All right.
Gets
another
push. Re-rolls it as well, unfortunately.
Greed roll.
Well, was it greed? No.
He knows he's just leaping out of there.
Yeah. A note, not the leap with the dodge. Obviously wanted to make use of the free dodge re-roll he had there as well. And then running through for Arsik Thong, just really man of the match, man of most of the matches. Nooblets played really well as well. There was just a little bit of unfortunateness in the way certain bounces happened. That blitz short kick was very unfortunate for that not to come through. That's some really nice placement, but when you've got an agility 5 leaper, it's just tricky to shore things up.
Yeah, but he nicks all the star player points week after week.
Yeah, week after week. We're like, but he's winning. He's winning games. He's absolutely winning games. If I had to pick, well, that might be quite a fun thing for us to do at some point as well. Picking a team out of a mixed team out of all of the players that we've got. He'd definitely be, I think, on both of our teams there.
Yeah.
Now, as you see, chilled but the Scarface brought in and killed immediately. Only badly hurts for the more long-term members of the team for Dota. No level ups. Arsik Thong a while away from his next level up. In terms of the nooblets, Barbecue Penguin and Tibbles both got one, an MVP there for the Yeti.
The Yeti. Already got Block, Claw, and Mighty Blow.
Gone for Break Tackle, considering the number of blitzes that we've seen. Yeah, great addition to the build out there. Loving those blitzes, they were really working out for him there. It can be. Oh, we were discussing this actually before we came on air, doing like big guy blitzes, wild animal blitzes, and they're certainly doing some work in this game, but it's not quite enough to get through. And Barbecue Peck.
What do you think about what do you think about piling on instead of break tackle? Do you think piling on's too dangerous?
I think that I've used piling on big guys before in other leagues, and it's more of a threat, a worry thing, and I think in like ReBBL and in 3C, you're not going to be freaking people out that much with it. So I think break tackle was the correct call here, especially if you wanted to get that additional positioning when you've got guard, because there's not a huge, well, there's a little bit of guard, but having that ability to reposition pretty well and get that guard in there, even if you're not blitzing, can be useful. Or more likely getting the blitz and then following up with support for some of your players, especially with
guard stand firm,
especially with friends that you can get really in there. So you can get right in the middle of the group and have a guard on everyone there. Next up, we've got ReBBL Supremacy versus the Tiger Lizards, which was one of the ones that you had a chance to watch.
Yeah, ReBBL Supremacy with the Edge 5 thrower that has recently come about. It's the Sibley Wizard and Babes for the Lizards, and the kicks were deep. It nearly gets into trouble at the beginning here, but he manages to recover it quite well. That was turn 2, and turn 1 they really steamed through because he failed the pickup. But he recovers well on turn 2 to get in there. But look at this play here.
Oh, dub skulls into the power.
Cracking. So that's the strength 4 Edge 5 high elf there. Where's the ball going? So look at this. This is just play. This is play of the week without a doubt.
Makes runs it in, look
picks the ball
easy.
Up, just run
in and out. Just in and out.
Yep.
And just hey buddy, there you go. Cheers.
Now that was a skink in a Saurus cage. Just you're never safe by the looks of it. My God. So yeah, that was the lizard drive, and he's already 1-0. He tries it again. Doesn't work. It's worth the reroll, but no, I think that was a 4+. That said,
still 75%.
It's worth a try. Yeah, it's worth a try.
Oh, there was some potential tail there going as well, presumably.
So it looked like the lizard were going to score, but he catches right up.
Just gets that power when you need it. That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Sorry, Hugh. Fair enough going for that. Gary the Temp. Temporarily having the ball.
Dodge gets the 2 and a 1 on the dodge out. And what do the high elves do? They're all the way back in their half. They do elf stuff.
They do absolute elf stuff. All the way over. Oh, from the very bottom corner. Is this a back? Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, you're going for him, are you? Okay. Oh, wow. Oh, that is a long play. That is a long way for the ball to move. I do quite like how they have kept some Saurus back in the backfield there. Ooh.
Yeah. Does the reroll work?
It does not. That's unfortunate. And yeah, it's some good discipline keeping some people back to cover there.
Yeah, I think you got to.
Yeah, that's
tower That's the Edge 5 thrower.
Down. We are seeing some big name
Damn.
players taking out.
Yeah, damn right you Apo that. So yeah, using the wizard and 1 and 9's a dodge again.
Boo. Off it goes.
To pick up. It's just like it was rough dice for Hugh the Lizard. And good dice and good play from the High Elves as well. You know, taking those chances, and they pay off sometimes.
Yeah, they've got more of a chance of paying off when you've got the tower's down again.
Tower again.
What's this? Just badly hurt.
I bet.
You know you've got to be worried when that happened the second time.
Yeah.
You see that red cross come up.
And look at this. Look, in a tackle zone, just inside the half, we've got movement 10. How do you defend against that? You've got him marked up right in front of him, just inside your half, and he's scoring. So this is a team that's really, really turning out nice, isn't it? He's got all the players that he needs for all the skill. Yeah, you know, it's just he's got his sackers, he's got his the perfect thrower. This team's coming together so good. Yeah, the movement 10 catcher is just outstanding. So with sprint or sure feet on him, he's just leveled up as well.
So 3-0's a big score there for supremacy. It seems like Hugh did
not very good winnings, 10,000.
But in terms of it seems like Hugh did everything he could there. It's just sometimes the dice go Alfie.
Yeah, when your skink's in a Saur's cage and he just gets, the ball taken off him and then scored against, it's rough, isn't it? So level ups, we got
Hurricane and
Blade.
Yeah, so let's take a quick look at those. Hurricane taking block.
Oh wow, I thought he was going to go full one turner there.
Well, he's still technically a one turner, just not a natural one turner. And Blodge is good. In terms of Hurricane, and was it Electro who got the next level up? It wasn't
Blade.
Taking dodge first for the catch, just getting this rookie caught up with the rest of the team. Oates for the Tiger Lizard.
I think there's a couple for the Tiger Lizard, wasn't there?
Let's check. So Oates, Ziggurat, no, just the one.
Oh no, okay.
And
so he's already got block dodge.
Guard strong. A blodge guard is good. Absolutely.
Okay, he's got enough mighty blow by the looks of it. Needs to get some guard on that team. Yeah, good shot.
I think break tackle next on that to be maneuvering around it and using that.
Yeah, guard break tackle is outstanding.
And then next up we've got the typical span.
Sorry.
Okay.
So dodge break tackle. I meant not guard.
Well, and guard as well. It's because you want to be able to reposition to make best use of it. In terms of the next match, we've got Typical Spanish versus the MMR, which was a match I had a chance to watch. And Typical Spanish on 1700, MMR on 1450. MMR take a wizard and a blocker mercenary. There's no feign, and the delves kick so hard it starts raining, which is tricky for the Chorfs. Chorfs staying central, but lose the ball to a Witch Elf blitz despite Spanish taking hits along the way. MMR recover and break through via a flank push that kind of jukes inward, but they suffer. And the strength 4,
the
strength 4 Witch Elf blitz just doesn't work there. A break tackle blitz doesn't free the ball. But, as we will see in a second, getting a little bit of damage out of the way, some players just freeing up some things. And what do? You just use some elf-like hobgoblin play if your bull centaur can't free it.
6 that was.
We're elves, I guess. So let's just do that. That's a hell of a play from hobgoblins there. They'll be doing well tonight. Now we've got 7.
When you're in trouble, just roll 5s and 6s.
7 Dark Elves versus 11 Chorfs in the second half. They're playing cautious, holding back, but then breaking away midway through the half until a turnover really hurts them. A desperation blitz here.
Is that a sidestep, though?
Yes. Freeze the ball. But as would follow up, a failed pickup meant there was no capitalising on it. And as we come down to the end, we end up with like 2 Dark Elves left in the pitch. I've skipped over. Let's just say there was some violence happening in those intermediate turns. And the ball.
I like the way that was a 5+ catch. He so desperately wanted that ball to score. He rolled a 5+.
Yeah, but the ball carrier, the ball sent to SMP just get the score in the end. And MMR go 2-0 up. It was a great match. That Witch Elf was doing so much work, but in the end it just wasn't quite enough.
I thought Spanish would win that. I really did think Spanish would win that. So, good result for the Chorfs.
Yeah, Chorfs are good, as are Dark Elves. The Tauros 2 is the only kind of continuation of injury here. Missing next day for next turn, on the Dark Elves at least. And yeah, other than that, we did not have any level ups. So on to the next match, which is the Bob Brotherhood versus the New York Highlanders, which you had a chance to watch.
Yeah, two bashy teams here. The Bob the Brotherhood took 2 babes and a bribe, and it was one of those slow grinding games. But this was a nice bit of play here. The beast was stupid, and the excuse me, the Nurgle at the back was just staying at the back, and they decided to break through around about turn 4 now.
Small Bob,
but he's left himself really. Yeah, he left himself really exposed. I thought there was better position for him, really. And as you see, like, he's ended up getting surrounded by orcs. And even though he manages to break away, the
nice
the beast is stupid still.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's still open, you know. There's orcs everywhere. It's dodgy. But look, he's made 1 dodge and he makes another dodge.
Yeah, that stupidity is really not helping it. He only needed the block.
And that's a non-block player. So first half ended 0-0. And second half starts, and the kick is a really good one, actually. And it causes him problems. And
lots of
Shorehand
problems.
fails him. Yeah. Where's the ball going? Oh, it's been like a pinball. And it ends up somewhere where you thought, oh, they might be in trouble there, but Nurgle are just so slow they couldn't capitalise on it. And I showed this clip here because even though not too much happens, I just want to show you that, like, the Orcs have just got the game under control the second half. Yeah, we've got it screened off, and there's no way they're getting to the ball. So at the end, he wants his black Orc to score. It's 0-0. He's got no rerolls. And what's he do? He tries it again. So
yeah, in the end, he
game?
goes for the short hands. Yeah, yeah, fair enough. No shame. I'd have done the same thing, but I probably would have done it the turn before. That's just me.
Yeah, he bottled it.
Oh, I don't think he bottled it. That was exactly correct call.
But in the New York Highlanders, I think that's 6 wins out of 6. Is that right for this season?
Absolutely.
Yeah, just what a team. Yeah, we'll be running through the teams next week, and this is one that we seem to have missed somehow, even though they were Division 5 champions, and for some reason we overlooked them.
Well, I think it was just the rest of the teams just kind of caught our attention. But yeah, like I am always slapping myself on the wrist for missing that. Largo's just running rampant. Really looking forward to seeing what happens with this team. And I think that's all of the matches. Is that right?
Level ups, was there any?
For Bob's versus here, we had some injuries. Small Bob, I think, has taken a niggle there, and Happy Bob has taken a fractured skull. So let's just take a look to see if any of those have been replaced. Small Bob's kept, and the other one has been fired, it would seem. Armor bust, no good, when all you've got is wrestle. In terms of the Highlanders, Brock Nelson has managed to get a level up, so we'll take a quick look to see what he's taken. And yeah, tackle on your Mighty Blow Guard Agility Plus. Interesting. Building a kind of hybrid build there. Yeah. Interested to see what Brock moves forward with. Like, kind of a ball recovery and catch type situation there.
Yeah, I'm a bit surprised he's taken tackle.
Yeah.
Be interesting to let us know why you chose tackle. Maybe it's next week's opponents. I'm not sure, but
it could be. I'm assuming. Here's the thing. I'm assuming that Largo knows something that I don't, because he's a much better player than me. So it's like, oh, I'm surprised by that. It's like, oh, I wouldn't have done that. It's like, no, Largo's obviously got a plan that I bet is no. It's because he's cleverer than us. That's why. That's why we don't understand.
Tell us your secrets. We want to get better.
In principle, this could be if you're using tackle to take out a ball carrier, and you've got agility 4, you can then potentially recover it yourself and then be moving around it afterwards. Obviously, well, I guess you've used your blitz, so you can't then pass it. But anyway, looking at the division itself, that's the division that I'm playing in, not the division that we're recovering. Largo's straight up, 18 points. 6 wins, 7 touchdown differential. Brilliant. That's a good TD difference as well. +7. Flylords once again holding up at the second line.
You mentioned the touchdown difference in my league. The Pro Elves have got the best touchdown difference in the whole of GMAN. He's smashing it like 5-0 and 6-0 and stuff like that. So back to this,
And then we've got Herd, Falkenberg staying up the second. And
So where do you think you're drawing the line for playoffs and for the Challengers Cup? Who do you think? Yeah, obviously the Pylanders are going to take one of those 2 spots, you would have thought. So that it's fighting out for that one remaining spot. There's a few teams, 2-13, 1-11. 2-9, 2-8. I would say I don't think Jubasac down really could do it. They can do it, but I think it's going to be really tough for them.
Oh, where would I draw the line on who's potentially up to
qualify for the playoffs?
I think it's somewhere in this region. It's difficult to say exactly.
Yeah.
But
it might just still be in top 2. And then for the actual Challengers Cup, pretty much anybody can get into that still. I don't think Gruff's too interested anymore in getting into it, but I think everyone else has a chance.
Sure. I mean, I think ultimately this is going to be approximately... My gut is that this is approximately going to be what we're going to be seeing coming to the end. But I wouldn't be surprised to see like Blood Horse or Supremacy or Spanish or Warg Stars. Or MMR even, I've just completely reiterated what I've just said. But
one of those one of those teams can creep up and get into it. I would say, but it's going to be tough.
Yeah, it remains to see if the Rams with their self-imposed build restrictions can keep in the playoffs for the Challenger Cup. But that would be the one thing that I think might switch up this top 4 in some, not necessarily in this order, but in this kind of area. But I suppose if we're doing some predictions, it makes sense to move on to the actual predictions we're going to be making for next week. In terms of
so we've done Mining Machine Returns and Supremacy early because they're playing now, and we didn't want to cheat in any way, did we?
Yeah, so the rest we'll do now. I mean, we'll go over some of the last week's. I did pretty decently, managed to get some of the stuff dead on, whereas you got some good results here. If we look up at the top, I'm on 24, you're on 20, but Organised Crisis crushing everybody.
Oh my god! Yeah, he hasn't done it this week, has he? Is there no predictions this week?
He's not.
He's given us a head start.
He's not done these yet. He's had a similar issue to last week where the match was getting played at the same time, so you're not able to capitalise on it. But it is what it is. In terms of moving forward, we'll talk about MMR and Rebel Supremacy. You've got the 3-1 for the Supremacy.
Yeah, I really like Supremacy. You see them clips where he's cage diving and doing all kinds of crazy stuff. Just super hard to defend against stuff
Mm.
like that, especially when you got movement 10 guys. So I got a feeling they're going to win a lot of their remaining games with that team.
I've gone for a draw purely because LMR won 2-0 against the other Elf team in the last match, so they've got a little bit of momentum coming behind them. This is the one I'm least confident with, but I think that seems about right. So I guess we'll go back to what we were doing very early on, where we alternate who goes first. And
All
I'll
right.
start off with Bob's versus the Warg Stars. Bob's got 2 orcs in a row. I think I'm going to go with a 1-1 for this. I think Bob's going to be out for some revenge. The Warg Stars, obviously, I feel for them really because they're a good orc team. They're just not performing quite as well as the
Mm.
Pylanders because the Pylanders are just performing so stratospherically. But they're also a really good orc team. But I think Bob's going to be out for a little bit of revenge here.
Yeah, I was thinking 1-1, but I want to do something different because I need to catch up on some points. So
Oh,
I'm going to
that
go.
meta tactician.
I'm going to go 1-0 to
Okay.
Wildstyle.
And we were just discussing the non us people who are doing predictions in terms of prizes. We said we're going to give a small prize out. We've not fully decided what that's going to be, but it will be likely some kind of donation to ReBBL on your behalf to get a nice thing, or perhaps you might be able to find a small other gift. But it'll be something of that nature. Next up, we have Pylanders versus Spanish. You can go first.
Well, how can you bet against the Pylanders? We keep saying it week after week. Spanish have got the tools to beat them, but 2-1 Pylanders.
2-1 Pylanders.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, you might accuse me of metaing this as well, but I'm going for 2-1 as well. I think that is what they're going to be doing.
it's a realistic
Yeah.
score, isn't it?
We've done MMR versus Supremacy. Lizards versus Dota. It's me first on this one because we've done the other one. I'm going to go with Dota on this one. The Lizards. I think. How did the Lizards do? I'm going to go 3-1. Sorry, Hugh. Just Arsik Thong has got the ability to counter in a similar way to what happened with the Supremacy last week. I think he got hard done by to not get one score in there, so I'm going to go 3-1 on that one. No disrespect to Hugh there. It's just Arsik Thong is just running roughshod.
Yeah, the High Elves really give them a dicing this week. It doesn't normally happen 2 games in a row, but the anagrams are outstanding and they're very entertaining. I'll go 2-1 anagrams.
Sure. Next up, we've got the Nublets versus Granny's Chosen.
The Nublets are a tough team, but Granny's Chosen had an outstanding game drawing with the Flylord Servants. And every time I watch them play, I think they're great, and then I predict them to win the following week, and they don't. But I'm going to do it again.
Okay.
I'm going to predict them to win 1-0.
Very good. I think you make some good points there. I think Granny's. It's a phrase I keep coming back to, but what I think is going to happen, or what I predict is going to happen, is that both teams are going to have a game plan and they're going to succeed in that game plan, and it's going to end up 1-1. I think we're going to see both teams succeeding in what they try out. They're both strong, and I think that's where we're going to end up. Next up is the Flylords versus Bloodhorse. It's me first. This is tough. I like Bloodhorse. I'm a big Bloodhorse fan. Flylords are very strong as well. I think, having a look up, got the Flylords. If the Flylords doing against Bob's doing well, against losing to the Pylanders. I think I'm going to go 1-0 to the Flylords. I think they're still on a bit of a. They're going to be out for revenge here. They had a bit of an. Not really an upset, but I think they're going to be looking to really punish another Banshee team here.
They've lost Tolar.
They've lost Tolar, but I think there's more strings to that bow.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it as a draw. I think that's a real tight game. So you obviously think it's tight, 1-0. I'm going 1-1.
And Rams versus Shock and
Excuse me.
Gore.
Oh, Shock and Gore are struggling a bit. I got a feeling it's going to be a bit of a crazy game. I'm going to 3-1 to Plausible Rams. I think Shock and Gore are going to do some crazy plays or 6+ passes or whatever they're going to do.
Okay.
Have some fun.
Yeah, I think I'd love to see Gruff win this match. No disrespect to Hud. I'd
Oh,
love to see Hud do it. He's definitely true. He's definitely due a win. I'd love to see it. But I think Hud's just got that edge in the positional ability, so I'm going to go for 2-1. 2-1 there.
okay.
And I think that's it. Is there anything else you wanted to add moving forward?
No, as I say, we're going to try to do that thing next. So it might be a bit of a longer episode next week. But apart from that, no, I think it's been a fantastic week, and I'm really enjoying watching all the games. Keep it up.
Very good.
So that's all from me. That's all,
And we'll
folks.
see you on the pitch.